how I killed people pleasing. With people pleasing, people are now being educated and being aware of, which is amazing. Unfortunately, there are no practical or deep thinking ways where you dig deep on what this is. You need to be more specific than that. So that I'm a people pleaser, it's deeply layered. For example, when someone apologizes, you don't say it's okay because you're now validating the fact that what they did was okay. The fact that they apologized, don't apologize. Keep doing it. And you get confused, but they apologized and they said it's okay. You would think out of your goodness, kindness, niceness of your heart, they would respond to that, right? But no, the English language is very complicated when you do that. When someone apologizes for doing something wrong, that they have felt like they have mistreated you, and you say it's okay, they relax. Like, oh, it's not that much of a big deal. But it was a big deal. Now, unfortunately, lately, we're not being given the tools. It's not specific enough. When someone apologizes for specifically breaking your boundary, you say, thank you for apologizing. I really appreciate it. Now, you're both being a good person, but you're also letting them know, yes, you should have apologized. Accept your apology. I would really appreciate it if we don't go through this process again. Telling them you appreciate the apology. This was something to apologize to. This is with apology. Something like people's reactions, like a saying no. It's very specific. You don't fear saying no. You fear the reaction of letting someone down and not giving them everything they want. This is especially all things we've learned as children or in a vulnerable moment. When you say no to someone, when you really couldn't do it, you were taught that no, you don't get breaks. You're not allowed to be down, allowed to catch a breath of air, you're allowed to be human. You're not allowed to have a difference of opinion because when you do that, you're in danger. You were punished in a certain way. That conditioned you that bad things happen when you express yourself, when you show weakness, when you show your humanity. You have to be a Superman. You have to be someone who's not human anymore. You have to be a yes man robot. Very specific. You're not just a yes man. No, you genuinely have deep discomfort when you experience what happens when you say no. When you experience what happens when you tell the truth. We've been taught that telling the truth, you receive punishment. Love is withdrawn from you. There were serious consequences that happened. Friendship was withdrawn. Something that was yours that you thought you would never be taken away from you was withdrawn from you. This either happened when you were young or in a vulnerable moment. People pleasing has to be really specific, and when you heal it, it has to be specific. Just start replacing the things you do with something that a people pleaser would say differently. You have to be very particular with your wording. But for me, it was with the apologies. Or sometimes I say as a joke, I'm like, thank you, don't do it again. If you need to do it as a joke to ease yourself into it, do it. Be like, just don't do it again. In a workplace, you have to be really diligent, serious, and the beliefs you tell yourself that I'm not going to be loved when I say no. I'm not going to be loved when I'm honest. When I show that I'm tired, I'm not going to be loved when I need a break. Replace those and says, no. True love does not stop. In fact, should increase in those times. People will take what you give. People with a finger, they'll take your whole hand. A hand, they will take your whole arm. Nobody knows but you how much you can take. And personally, everyone's worried about themselves. No one is sitting and wondering, have I taken a little too much from this person? You need to say that. We don't have the thermometer of how much we're taking from you. You need to beat that person. If you don't, you're a gaping hole of the boundary. Even the banks give us limits of money. Why? You're more than a bank. You need to give people a limit. Between these hours, I don't really answer my phone. Or between these hours, I don't really answer my text. After 9 p.m., for me personally, I give myself the freedom that I don't want to text people. I don't. My energy is gone. So I usually tell people, if they say, how come we didn't talk to me last night? I'll say, after 9 p.m., I'm usually switched. I'm not saying I'm not on my phone at 9 p.m. I'm just saying my social boundary, I put a boundary on it. This is how I can operate, fully show up the next day. People please, the things we've already spoken about. You don't please people. We get a burnt out you, pointed you, bitter you, jealous you, angry you, half you. No one can be creative in that environment. Creativity thrives in freedom. It thrives in safety. We need to bring safety back into you. It was very safe. Being human is very safe. You start giving yourself that permission. No one's going to sit with you unless you go to a counselor, therapist, or friend, communities. If you don't have that at the moment, start sitting with yourself and remind yourself it is safe to say no. It's how people thank you for apologizing. That meant a lot to affected me this way. It's very different from it's okay. It's so flippant and casual with what happened to you. Someone's like, oh, they're fine. No biggie. The strong friend is because you're not being honest. People love being around authentic people. You are scared of what happens when you say no. You think you'll lose that friend. But that friend will actually know, hey, My friends got limits. Thank God. People pleasers, they are abused and they are used. That's not very safe. That's very dangerous, even to have as a friend in an aspect of someone who's not working towards changing that. For the sake of all that is loved and well, and for the sake of your future, sake of yourself, for the sake of us all, to not be scared of letting yourself exist, express your humanity, right? This is real, not real.